And we are live. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, neonates. And welcome to another edition of Living World of Darkness, New York by Night. Our scene finds us at one of the social hubs of the Undead Society, Club Succubus, the independent haven where neutrality conquers all. We see members of the Sabbat, members of the Camarilla, and all the sprinkling of independence that one could ever want, all under one roof. This goth club has paid host to quite a few notable individuals in the city. But tonight, the younger generation is making their way to the club bit by bit, one by one. This goth club, which is bumping on a Saturday night, DJ guy is in full swing tonight, and the place is packed. So, of course, there is a line all the way around the corner. And we start with a few of our individuals walking up to the door to see the doorman. Who's going to be the first one?
Hey, Button.
So, Adam is the first one to walk up. And Adam, what you see is two individuals that look absolutely identical to each other standing at the door.
Oh, dear, that's it. What the fuck, man? Okay. So, um, hi.
They look you up and down.
I'm wearing a 90s crop top that's all black. Eyeliner is fucking immaculate. Fucking black everything froze. And dare I say, even some black lipstick.
His
I pay my
eyeliner.
cover fee.
Eyeliner is not the best. It certainly isn't. Not the best. They look you up and down. We seem better. But you make the cut! And they open the door.
I walk in.
And you walk in, and the sensation of heavy bass comes through the floor as you step in. You feel it in your chest as sort of a heavy, sort of club-style music sort of just reverberates all throughout the club's dance floor.
You know that scene from Bloodlines Vampire the Masquerade game? When they all walk into the club. It's the dance I'm doing now.
All right. Well, while Adam is throwing his arms wildly around, the next person to come up may do so.
Caesar will arrive at the gate, and recognizing the same twins as he perceives last time, he looks at them.
The mask is back! Mask!
Yeah, it's greetings tonight, brothers. Am I allowed to come in today?
Come in.
Right. And as Caesar sees him, he will see a familiar face that he met only momentarily at a dance studio once. Surprised to see him here.
I need to get out. I've been in my studio all day. It's been quite the day. I needed to unwind.
And he just nods to that. And it's like, just didn't expect you to be here. This is someone exclusive club. I'm privileged to be able to be here. And he'll just kind of nod at him. And if Elysium is open, he would rather go up there.
Currently, it is roped off.
Then with that, he will go to the bar and ask for a rum and coke with a large straw.
All right. So as you guys order your drinks, more people come up to the door.
Evening, gentlemen. And Jeffrey does this thing with his cane. I'll just show you the gift for it. He basically does this with his cane.
They look at you with a confused expression on their face. What does he do? Makes flourish with the canes, brother. I see him do that. You come to dance?
Why, I am fabulous at dancing, good sirs.
Do you come to sing?
On occasion.
Do you come to make fucky fuck in the labyrinth?
I'm gonna pass.
Answered most questions right. He can come in. And they open the door for you.
Aha, many thanks, fellows. Tips hat.
And as Jeffrey makes his way in, the door's shut. And of course, how can we forget about Jinx and Craig?
Yeah. Yeah. If Jinx be walking up, hands in her pocket, in her leather jacket and shit. So yeah, she's just bopping up.
Craig is Craig. He's never not been Craig, really. It's the same jacket and beat up shirt. Kind of okay, serviceable pair of jeans. And those like kind of weird in between loafers you see a lot of people wear and they just can't decide where they're going with shoes.
They see Craig and they just kind of give like a indifferent grunt. But as they see Jinx, they seem to get excited and they run up to Jinx. It's the small one! Get it! Grab it! And they grab her to pick her up.
There's like that brief second glance of Craig, like all that just says is "save me," with her eyes before she's.
And as long as Jinx doesn't try and fight it, they start passing you back and forth.
Oh no, she just closes her eyes, and it's probably better to be passed around than do anything.
At this point, like these guys are like twice Craig's size. He's just watching this happen.
Mm-hmm.
What? Why? Why?
Blade Man, go long! And they throw Jinx at you.
Oh. Oh Jesus.
Okay. What do you want me to roll?
Strength athletics to catch her.
Okay. This should be hilarious. Let me see what Craig's powerful dice pool is. Not that bad. It's not the worst I've ever had for a dice pool. Only one success though.
You almost get knocked on your ass yourself, but you manage to catch Jinx. Probably Jinx's head comes dangerously close to hitting the ground, but you catch her awkwardly, basically. Like you got one arm, or like both arms wrapped around one of her thighs.
Yeah, awkwardly clinging onto her phone, desperately. Like, no.
You might want help. You might want to use like one of your hands on the ground.
Phone is far more important than you.
Phone is far more important than cranium. Is that what I'm fucking hearing from you right now?
Most ungentlemanly behavior.
Oh, left the door open! You left the door open again! Oh, I did bad. I'm not supposed to leave the door open.
Craig just like slowly pulls Jinx into like a potato sack style carry and just starts walking in.
Oh, I made mistakes, brother. I did a bad. You did do a bad. Close door! And the dejected bouncer walks over the door, sad, head hanging low, as he just reaches out and slowly shuts the double doors.
Oh.
Yes. For all the kindred and Canaanites to enjoy, the the club is bumping. There are obvious Kine and kindred walking around. There are a few obvious Canaanites making their way around, but everything is pretty civil right now.
Caesar, I guess, will turn his head, seeing some of the audience within the club, and again see more familiar faces, and does a mild gesture in the direction.
Adam will playfully sort of lick one of the Kine on the cheek and say he'll be back and kind of follow the guy in the mask.
Craig is just moving straight down the labyrinth. Hasn't stopped to write anything. He's just walking this way now. And around the time he gets down there, Jinx is unceremoniously deposited on the first sitting surface that he can find, regardless of how appropriate or inappropriate it might be.
Oh, God.
Called me here because you wanted to tell me something. Now that I've basically played football with Tweedledee and Tweedle fucking terrifying, I'd like to know what that is.
Well, just kind of like awkwardly probably like push someone off her. She's standing up. Fix her hair. She like thinks, oh, Rex and I got an offer.
That being?
Well, we are, what are they called, hounds?
No shit. So much for the fucking indie life, huh?
Money.
Yeah, money was not the principle of the matter.
I mean, security, money, you know. Plus, we got perks. You should try.
Dude, especially where I'm concerned, there's not exactly a try it on kind of deal.
But
People
you're
like me,
but you're, you know, one of them.
I
Should be
know.
like your thing.
That's exactly the kind of mindset. That's why I am what I am right now. I want to be me. I don't want to be anybody the fuck else. Now, that doesn't mean you and me can't be friends. But I ain't like that. And I ain't about that life.
Just nod. Well, I mean, just shrug. I mean, we're still probably going to need to help working with Nina and stuff after the stuff we found. She's like looking around, like wanting to get a drink before they talk more stuff.
Go. Shit, I'm sorry. I know you like to do this shit. Go get some like people food or something.
I can't do it here. It's awkward.
No, not that. Good. Fucking Lord. Like, you know, you like those weird fizzy drinks and shit.
But they're nice. Alco Pops are really nice. Well, pulling them along.
Caesar will look over to Adam and just say, you know, how's that one girl doing? Her name was Opal, right?
Mm-hmm. She's okay. I heard she was messing around with something that she said was delicious. She used a whole bunch of other words that were rather vulgar, but
Inappropriate. Yeah.
it's who she is.
Yeah. Well, at least I guess she's doing what she normally does. Says, we'll take another sip from his rum and coke. And how about you? How's the art business going for you?
Swimmingly. I think in End of this month, I should be able to open my first art exhibit. Should be good. Lots of
And
money.
that's great, man. Like, I'm glad you think you're getting up on the well. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to be invited to see it.
Of course.
Yeah, and I'll try to keep my schedule open as long as nothing business oriented comes up.
It would do me a great honor for you to show up.
Well, I try not to disappoint. I'll be there.
Adam will kind of wiggle his nose and just kind of take in this place. He's never been here before. So he's just kind of kid at a candy store, just kind of taking everything in, smiling, laughing, seeing what people are up to.
First time here?
Oh yeah, it's new, it's different. I've never seen something so. What's the word I'm looking for? Lit. Yeah, that's what the kids are saying. He stays lit.
And if you could see the expression behind the mask, it would be basically a quirking of the eyebrow because you seem very young to him.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can see that. I prefer going upstairs when the opportunity arises. I'm too old for this part of the scene. The upstairs is much more my type of place.
Very well then.
But this is better than going to the basement. I didn't like the basement.
He'll go upstairs and just sort of like looking at anybody. Vinny, like what set the scene? It's like anybody like openly feeding. Is there like a bloodbath about to happen?
This isn't the spot, and this isn't played.
Meanwhile, Craig is talking to Jinx as a girl. All right, so like you know how it is down there in the labyrinth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever tried like a drive-by?
A drive-by?
Yeah, think about it. Like half of them are into the whippy, chainy kind of stuff, and there's blood, and they're also into what they're into. So you just kind of drive by and like get a really quick one. Nobody
I tried to
notices.
take one of them home with me.
Ugh.
I mean, what? I can't do it here.
Oh, I guess, man, but still, randos.
What? Yeah, but it's better than nothing. Besides, it's always more fascinating to watch.
I guess.
I mean, look how she's bending.
And this is around the time I think Jinx might have experienced this once. Every time this kind of thing comes to like the forefront, the center of attention, Craig just is like politely viewing. Even seem vaguely interested, probably more so than even other kindreds. Just it's almost like it doesn't register.
Jinx is just over it. It's not even about the, sex. It's more about how the veins puncture out when she's bending her arms.
I don't know. Where do we take things from here?
Oh. Well, what you're going to have to do, I think they're probably going to want more people to look into a few things, so me and Max are going to need your help.
Fair enough.
If you want to help, that is. I'll roll a quick perception awareness.
Yeah, or perception aware. My mighty dice pool for this. Here we go. Okay, let's see your perception. Oh, this will be good.
Lowercase.
Yeah, I don't know. I must have hit the caps lock on accident earlier.
Probably in one of your rants.
Man, I don't need caps lock in a text rant fail.
Straight fail.
Hmm.
Straight fail. Seems that Jinx is the only one that notices, but something supernatural sort of flutters over the room. It's subtle, but you feel it, and you notice that as the DJ standing up at the DJ's booth with her headset on, and she's started to sing. That there is a slight sway in the crowd as people seem to be getting more into the music.
Oh yeah, I got 3 successes on that roll. What do I get?
When did you roll that?
I rolled
Where
an
did
extra
you
dice
roll?
roll of 1. 'Cause I didn't know we
Vampire
could
dice
all
rolling again.
Oh, okay.
I'll let you have your 3 successes, but get in the fucking dance.
9, 7, 8.
What are we rolling for, actually?
Perception and awareness.
Gotcha. And which dice roller?
Vampire dice roll.
Gotcha.
Vampire singing.
I'm here.
So yeah, 3 successes, Jeff. There is a definite hum of some kind of magical energy coming from the direction of the DJ's booth.
Is it alluring? Would it be something I perhaps recognize as a user of certain power?
3 successes.
Same thing. It has a flavor of that, but it's not quite as overt. It's much more focused in its intent. And you notice that the individuals who seem to fall under its sway only seem to enjoy the music more.
Okay.
Perception alertness to see where it's coming from.
Yeah, Jinx would even say you feel that?
It's coming from the DJ's
Feel
booth,
what?
I believe you're told.
Yeah, with 3 successes,
Yeah,
you could feel it coming from the DJ's booth.
Oh, okay.
Since I don't feel nothing other than too much bass, as usual.
Well, that's the point.
Look, I get that in the club genre of music, apparently bone-shattering, osteoporosis-causing, this is probably bad for your internal organs levels of bass, are like a thing.
Do you actually dance, Greg?
No.
Have you tried?
Like when I was in college?
Since there's something, well, a bit more lively about this place, why don't you go and dance with me?
Meanwhile, at the DJ's booth,
Oh my god.
That is amazing.
That game
Never
is
done.
beautiful, man.
that's basically Jeffrey right now.
Haha.
Listen, I don't usually dance. Like at most, I do karaoke.
Come on, there it is. Come on the dance floor. She like hold his hand as she's leading him out slowly. Like
You ever
coaxing a
watch
child.
someone half a person's size drag them somewhere while they make a sour milk face? Because you're seeing it now.
Yeah, Jinx starts to dance. Fuck it. We're in a fucking club, man. Fuck.
Let's go have
Although she has
it, yeah.
She has no performance, so it looks fucking hilarious.
I have 3 performance, but they're in acting technically. But then again, I'm playing a character. Le Phantom.
I'm dancing.
Holy shit, you're fucking dancing.
I'll roll my performance.
Jesus Christ, you're dancing.
Okay.
Shake that tail feather, yo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's killing me is the song that's stuck in my head is like Jack and Diane. It's not what would be playing here.
No, probably not. All right, Jinx. Let's roll this dexterity.
I feel like Jinx is actually dancing like that. She's just too excited for her own good and doesn't know what her body's doing.
It fails as well, so it looks even more fucking hilarious.
She like pulls too hard on the stretch pants.
Yeah.
It's getting awk.
Yeah.
Her hands
They don't
never
care
come
in the
off
world,
the
like-
stretch pants ever. Like they're
Yep.
just constantly
Yep.
holding it up there.
Yeah, the stretch pants are a new, completely different thing.
Okay, so this is basically what happens. A crowd forms a circle around Adam. And they're getting into it, and they're like, they're whistling and cheering, some of the kind and whatnot who are a bit more promiscuous come in and they start, like, dancing up to him.
Let's do it.
Other challengers step up to the plate but fall utterly short. Meanwhile, another crowd has formed around Jinx, and people are pointing and pulling out their cameras and whatnot, and they're encouraging Jinx on.
I didn't give a fuck. She knows she's a shit dancer, man. Fuck it.
With this,
Fuck it.
noticing how people are kind of being catty bitches. And so Adam will like dance his way over to Jinx and try to get her back on beat because what the fuck are you doing, hon?
Oh, this is really about to be the Urkel dance episode of fucking Family Matters. All right,
Alright.
roll again.
Alright, I'm gonna pump a point into dexterity as well, because fuck it, let's do this.
It's on the mid.
Yeah, there you go. One success. Yeah, I am somewhat in time. Yeah.
You have three successes.
I have no performance.
Oh, that's okay.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5. Yeah.
I just pumped a blood point in the deck.
I
So
think
okay.
she's caught in the pool. My awesome.
yeah, that's right. You dance better than me. I'll just stand there awkwardly.
So, yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
The dance off continues.
And like it looks like it's genuine laughter as he's like he'll so like who's your like hello hey what's up
Hello. You should kind of finally take your hand off the stretch pants, looking over at Greg, like I'm doing it right, aren't I? And just
and
smile
he'll kind
awkwardly.
of like playfully hit your hands like get your hands off your pants, you look weird.
She like awkwardly like pull her hair. It's they're stretch pants, so I thought they would be more practical. Like, yeah.
Oh, just you hear the beat like this, just move like this.
Yeah, as awkwardly as one success I can do will follow. It's completely robotic.
And he's just like, oh god, it looks like absolutely painful. And he's trying his hardest not to laugh, but when you're trying not to laugh, the laughter just comes out harder. So it's just it was just like, well, at least you're having fun, right?
Oh, of course, yes. That is the main thing. I'm not a very good dancer. She just not very solemnly. He does her robotic fucking stretch pants dance.
Noticing that she's yet again grabbed her stretch pants, and he's not going to correct it at this point.
It's more of a coping mechanism than anything.
Oh no.
So who's the sad-looking one over there, pointing at Bob's character?
At least you get one thing over Craig. You get a nice sticker.
Craig, for his part, is like half dancing, half checking Facebook.
He's gonna like, hey, if you're gonna
What?
dance, get off the phone. It's a little better if you like have all motion.
I don't know, I'm doing pretty good right now.
Kind of looks at Jinx and just like
At least I'm putting effort in, Craig. I may be bad at it, but I'm putting effort in.
In my own way,
It's an
I am
answer
putting in effort. I'm moving this way. I'm moving that way.
Hey, I have circle around me. At least I made a somewhat impression, even though they're all laughing at me.
And my caliber score has never been higher.
I mean, at least people will chuckle at it. It's not World Star, so you succeeded.
That is always bonus. A bit more relieved.
A familiar-looking face ends up not subtly dancing his way over towards this trio, this I guess Caesar with you guys. I don't know, but he ends up kind of just dancing, then cutting it off. Then he ends up firmly planting the kind of cane on the floor and kind of leans on it as if it were a wall. So it's just like he's just kind of leaning on this cane towards Craig and just Craig.
I'm like, Craig stops what he's doing to like see this and comprehend it.
It's like there's an invisible wall he's just leaning against.
You. Hello.
Well, hello there, good sir. How are you today?
You know what? I'm all right.
A step up from catastrophic despair. I'll take it.
Uh-huh. Like, it's the leaning, man. It's the cane and the invisible wall shtick. He's just like, where am I? What world have I entered?
Wonderland.
I get it. Phantom of the Opera. Yes.
Ah, a man of culture, I see. Jeffrey Harper, owner of the Cassat Theatre. A pleasure to meet you, good sir.
Adam Priestley.
Jinx behind Adam will twirl her mustache evilly over at Joffrey, like fake mustache, looking at him.
You really can just imagine him with the twirly mustache right now. In fact, you're kind of wondering why it's not there. It really should be. A pleasure to meet you, Mr. Raisley. How are you doing this fine evening?
I am doing great. I feel alive. There's a thump that I can feel inside of my body and in my ears and in my asshole. It's kind of awesome. I believe if things were a little different, I might shit something out. He laughs again. This is a very peculiar club. I have to say I am enjoying myself.
Expression creates yet more expression. If I were to put it in a softer tone.
From the DJ booth, the music dies down a bit as like that interlude sort of beat comes in, and the DJ kind of addresses the crowd, sort of like this succubus club.
Oh, she must be the person doing the thing.
Adam jumps up and down and says, "Yas."
You must be really into the thing.
A special request for my friends on the more martial side. I give you. And she begins the music. And she just kind of winks at the crowd. Bear with it, people. They're new. So we don't get copyright flagged. Or I don't get copyright flagged.
Someone somewhere is getting copyright flagged.
Jinx looks up at the ceiling like almost thinking, oh no.
Oh yes, it's happening.
And those that are a little bit more obviously part of the Sabbat are they are getting a bit more rowdy. They are pulling their blood dolls and flinging them around. They're running into each other. They are dancing somewhat savagely, though not dangerously, just yet anyway.
Jinx?
Yes?
It's about time we move it back a little bit.
This is so 1998.
But, what the fuck? But they look like they're having so much fun.
It's not our kind of fun, and there's more than where this came from.
I don't want to, yes, risk another escalation.
Jinx is just kind of bopping from side to side, like looking at all the people and all the humans who are dancing really excitedly. It's like, oh. So she kind of stays where she is, but she's bouncing.
I assume you were all drawn here by the music prior, yes? He just kind of waits for everyone to answer to that.
Craig shrugs.
He kind of looks a little bit surprised. I thought perhaps it was just me, but I thought more of you would have noticed. The music had a very, shall we say, unnatural flair to it. It's quite, shall we say, familiar to one such as myself.
All right, Jinx is going into the mosh pit. Fuck it. She just surges forward, you know.
Oh dear, that's very unfortunate.
Caesar's gonna ask for another rum and coke. He's done with his by now. Because dancing is for young people. He doesn't dance.
I may have to get a brush and dustpan by the time we're done here. So yeah, it was stated by the ST that things are not yet quite violent. They just look kind of creepy and unsettling and violent, but not actually violent.
Oh yeah, no. Jinx is just going in.
It's very much a human level of what you would see at a club.
Okay.
There you go.
There never were ones for subtlety.
And Jinx, you're in the thick of it all, right?
Oh yeah, I'm looking for someone to bring home. So yeah, Jinx is going in the thick of it, looking for the wildest person there.
And wildest person is a gentleman with his shirt off. He's dancing around. He's got like brown, spiky hair. Looks like it's been spiked up. And he's sort of dancing around, and he's got this big inverted ankh all the way down his chest that's been tattooed on. And sort of as you make your way towards him, he turns towards you and gives you this toothy grin. And
she'll smile and just start jumping around wildly. There's no like formal technique at all. This is just it's turning into that type of dancing. Looking back to see if anyone else is following her, because oh boy.
Oh, I see. Well then, while you're in there sort of dancing in that circle, a few more with matching tattoos sort of encircle you.
Oh.
Those who are a bit out a ways see Jinx disappear in a sea of flesh.
Craig calculates. And the others can see on his calculating on the edge of making a regrettable fucking decision. And like closes his eyes and mutters something and begins heading in after her.
Yeah.
Jeffrey will see if he can get a broom express delivered to the club.
A what?
Amazon is a bitch.
What's he trying to do?
He's just going to hit Amazon up on his smartphone and see if he can get a broom express delivered to the club.
I hate to have Vinny repeat himself, but what did I just miss?
Jinx decided to go in and start dancing in among the rowdy ones, and
Oh no.
Jinx has now disappeared in a sea of flesh.
My dance partner, no! They're too rowdy. I'll go after her.
You start to notice as you make your way towards that center of the dance floor where Jinx kind of disappeared into. You notice that bigger, burlier Canites begin to sort of body check into you.
That's
sort of
athletics.
to
Not my beautiful body.
Yeah. So yeah, roll me Dex Athletics difficulty 8 to avoid them in this sea of flesh.
Jeffrey will take basically just actually avoid the crowd entirely and just look at the balcony. Look from the balcony to see if you can get a view of all of them.
I'll get to you in just a second, but go ahead and make me a Perception and Alertness difficulty 8.
Okay.
Dex Athletics.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh, no successes.
Oh, Dex Athletics. Oh, all right.
Jinx is hard to see in amongst the people. All right.
Dex.
Let's see. Adam, you're starting to get through them. As you get by, some of them kind of they shout something out to some of their contemporaries, but you can't really hear it over the music because it's getting to a fever pitch.
Mm-hmm.
Craig, you're making your way in there, but you are not keeping up with Adam. Now, meanwhile, Jinx, I need you to roll your Perception and Alertness, difficulty 8.
Oh. All right, let's do this. 2 successes.
2 successes?
Yep.
All right. You're going to see it before it happens. So you can dodge or you get a chance to defend yourself. You'll go first. As you see the man without the shirt that was dancing around, he has something in his hand as he sort of lunges towards you.
Yeah, I'm a fucking dodge that like a motherfucker. So that's athletics with the buff. Boom. Duck out of the way.
Vinny.
Yes, sir.
Because I am a guy and I love the flourish of dramatics. Do I see this?
Not yet.
Okay. No. Drinks don't die, you're my dance partner. Damn it.
I got this. I got this.
I'm waiting for you to roll.
Yeah, I got one there. Should be there.
Where? You're not in...
Oh, I rolled it in Vampire Feeding Roller. Shit. I was wondering. That's 5, 10 with the buff. Successes.
All right, so you've got 2 successes, yes?
Yep, 2.
All right. All right, you take all but one away. I'm going to roll this guy's damage.
Stamina Fortitude.
Doesn't damage you. You take no lethal.
What, does he hit me with a knife?
That's a knife.
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, she'll grunt as she gets stabbed, but like, will take the impact.
Yeah. And you realize at this point, now that the first blow missed you and you kind of stumble, you make your way or you dodge out of the way, that those guys that matched him have pretty much formed a circle around you. And they all seem to be intent on letting what they think is going to happen, at least, happen to you. And they sort of have their arms interlocked to create this purple circle.
Is this a notable shift in like the crowd forming?
No, there's not actually.
Okay.
All right.
they're just kind of going through people. That's fine.
Yeah. So, all right, we're gonna roll initiative one more round, and then Adam will be able to get there.
Sweet.
Dex. Okay. 10 plus.
Jeffrey is keeping keen watch of his surroundings. Not,
Yeah, if
not
you
like
want to, you
just
can make
over battering.
another perception roll. Difficulty 7 now. That there's
Ha, only 9. God,
Okay,
Jesus.
2 successes. Yeah, he's mainly keeping watch over his no, he wouldn't be doing that because he hasn't actually seen yet. He hasn't seen what's going on. Okay, yeah, he has 2 successes, so I'm guessing he spots Jinx. When he sees what he's seeing, he doesn't look alarmed because he completely expected this, but he does begin checking his own flanks and his surroundings.
Yeah, I got 2 successes as well, looking into the group.
all right, guys. Put your initiatives in the side chat, please.
I'm not taking part in this combat, so I'll remain out.
That's fair enough.
Oh,
He's
do I
just
start
watching.
doing initiative, Kenny? Or until next round?
Go ahead and roll it, but you won't be able to get to Jinx till the next round.
So I'll just let this round go
actually,
in a row.
Yeah.
Can I like text as if I were talking, so it's a free action?
Who are you texting?
Shit. I think I do actually. Do I have Craig's phone number? Can't remember if we actually exchanged them in the first scene we had, or the one after that.
Craig, would you be likely to network with the other kindred in the city?
I mean, phone numbers have a way of going places. I can't guarantee you that Craig in this situation would check his phone,
That's fine.
but it's likely that you do have his number, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Jeffrey will just say, arranging an exit for you, and then we'll give you a specific parking space with the car model.
Okay. Cool.
Anthony, what's your initiative?
You want me to roll now or later?
Go ahead and roll now.
Okay. This is my first time playing somebody that's not like a parent. Oh my god. So, question for celerity, do I add that to my initiative or no?
You add it as long as you are not actively using it. It increases your whatchamacallit, your passive dex score.
By how much? How many dots you have in it?
How many dots you have in it? Yes.
Gotcha. So, hold on. That's 5 plus 2.
From disrupting initiative, I'll write up a notepad for y'all.
Thank you.
14.
Yeah. So you go after Caesar. So just post that in the side chat. All right. So while Chris is taking care of the notepad to get it all posted out, really, feasibly, the only people that can roll this round are Jinx and
Sabat guy.
Sabat Guy. So Sabat Guy is going to come at Jinx again.
Yup.
That guy has 5 successes.
I don't think I can dodge yet, so I can.
You can always
can
tone
try
that
to-
shit down.
I can try and dodge. Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Oh, am I allowed to spend blood since it's taken up my action, or do I have to just roll dodge? I'm not sure.
Spending blood is
Blood is
reflexive.
reflexive.
Yeah, I'm buffing the fuck out of my dex. It's like boop. Take 3 off of that.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. So Rex, you get a phone call.
Who's this? What's up?
Why, hello there, Rex. It's Jeffrey. You might want to pay a visit to the Succubus Club. It appears Jinx has found herself in a bit of a hot spot. I'm arranging an exit for all of you.
You hear the car go off, and then you. Yep.
Right.
Wow, this guy just sucks at knifing.
Bro, fortitude, man. Yeah.
So yeah, he swipes again and it does nothing.
As a free action, Vinny, am I able to let out like a yell or a scream, because there are arcane in here as well, and if they hear something kicking off.
Yeah.
So yeah, she'll just let out knife. You know what I mean? It's like she lets out this screech.
All right. I need to roll a few more things. Give me a second here. Where's my notebook? There is my notebook. All right. All right. There's only one Sabat guy right now. Chris.
Okay, anyone? Yeah, sorry. I'll.
So. If you would please add those as applicable.
Oh, okay. Who's got the higher dex between Adam and the DJ?
Whenever I run, it's always PCs.
Okay. So yeah, depending where the bouncers are going, I might actually just move right past them, depending on the.
After the word knife is shouted out, you notice that there are now 4 identical bouncers, which are literally just pushing people aside left and right without much effort.
Okay.
And you notice that the DJ has hopped over the DJ booth and is working her way into the crowd. So, on this round, Adam will make it in. Caesar, go ahead and make me a Dex Athletics, difficulty 8, to work through the crowd. And we'll see what turn you get to come in on.
All right. Deck Athletics. Okay. That is 3 successes.
Oh, shit. All right, yeah, you'll be in on the next round.
All right.
Craig, you'll be arriving at the same time, since you were working through pretty much from the onset of all this.
Okay.
So, yeah, we go first to, let's see. First person is Adam.
Adam will. This is what my action will be. I see them about to square off. I'm going to have a Dex Athletics to somersault next to Jinx. I'm not gonna let her be all alone. Reflexively spending 3 blood for stamina.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and roll it.
Uh, 2 successes.
How many?
2. Depending on, I don't think Death Hands apply, so 2 successes.
Yeah, you managed to get past like the circle of bodies, sort of jumping over them. You don't do anything overly outstanding, but you land with a subtle grace.
Mm-hmm. He will exposition. Awful rude to leave your dance partner like that. This is towards Jake.
Jinx is kind of like looking. I'm like, I'm getting stopped. You know, kind of has the expression like a knife got in the way.
All right, Jinx, you got another one coming at you.
Oh boy.
Only 3 successes
yeah.
this time.
I will attempt to dodge while buffing a point of blood into stamina. I got 2 successes, so I take 2 off of that.
One lethal. He finally manages to actually cut you, and it does nothing. It cuts part of your stretchy pants.
Oh shit! It's about to get real.
Shit. It's real.
That's it. My stretchy pants.
All right. At this point, Rex. For sake of narrative and to make sure that you can get in on this.
Okay.
You've been tearing ass through the streets.
Yes, I may have a passenger.
If your passenger is who I think it is, and they're just getting to the hangout?
They're about to, sir.
Yeah. All right, so yeah. Then you both are making your way up. So, yeah, you careen into the parking lot. You come up over the curb.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just this sound of, you don't quite bottom out because you've done a lot of work on this Lincoln.
You're right.
And so you shock up over the curb. There's this boom, boom, boom. Lola is probably jostled around more than she would like. Hopefully Lola put on a seatbelt so she didn't bang her head against the ceiling.
Lola always wears her seatbelt, sir.
Well, then the seatbelt, if you were still alive, that might cause a bruise. But it doesn't. So, yeah, you come to a stop and you notice that the front door is currently bouncerless.
If it's all right with you, since Rex knows we're going into combat, I'd like to have, on the drive over, spent a blood point to activate Fortitude, and I'd like to blood buff my strength 3 times.
Just make sure that you keep track of where your blood is, and if you get to that no-no place, make sure you're rolling.
Sure.
Oh, Fortitude lasts for a turn, not a scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for a turn of combat.
Oh, never mind then.
Ahaha. Actually, speaking of ahaha, Lola and Rex, if you're coming in around the same time, Jeffrey's probably leaving the building around this, the second turn of combat. He passes by you both. He's kind of in his Phantom of the Opera costume. He has a cane. He looks like he should have a twirly mustache, and he has a hat, and his cape flourishes in the wind. This is what he's doing with his cane most of the time. And he kind of passes you. You see him kind of quickly put his hand on your shoulder, Lola. And he says, "I would be careful if we're going to go in there. Jinx seems to have put herself in a rather hot spot. The bouncers are dealing with it as of Craig, but I would advise you stay at the back."
And she offers him a very pert little smile. It does not reach her eyes and says simply, "My hero." And we'll keep walking in because I'm under the impression that the call made it very clear that Jinx was in fucking trouble.
I'm arranging an exit.
Much appreciated.
Third row, third row, 5th spot along it.
Pardon?
Parking spot.
Okay. Sorry, that was out of character. I was like, what?
It's like X and Y coordinates, but for
Okay.
car parks.
Yep, she'll give a light nod, but she doesn't pause for more than a second. She's only letting Rex get so far ahead.
Pretty much the same with Jeffrey. He doesn't stay too long.
Yep. She follows the moving wall.
Yep, Rex is in full, snarl face.
Is he in full Papa Bear mode?
Oh, you have no idea.
What's that roll you make when someone you care about deeply is in danger? Blood buff lasts for a scene as long as it's within your generational limit. So as long as you don't buff your attribute above 6, you should be fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, where were we? Jinx had done her thing. So we are back up. Caesar, unfortunately, ducked out. So, Adam, it is your go again.
Exposition? Darling, we plan on fighting or can we leave?
She's looking at this guy who's like, "Oh no, darling, we should leave." And she's like, I'm in the middle of being, shanked while trying to dodge out of the way. If you could please, help.
All right, so this is going to be silly, but it's happening because whatever. I will attempt to pick Jinx up and leapfrog over the person. I will spend a blood point for celerity.
All right, just remember that your celerity actions come in after initiative is done.
Oh, I don't play vampire like that. Okay, never mind. I won't be doing that. I will just be scooping and jumping.
All right, split your dice pool.
Oh, jeez.
So strength athletics to pick up Jinx, standard diff because Jinx is fucking tiny.
Okay.
And strength athletics again to jump.
Okay. Does the split come before or after? It's been a while.
What do you mean?
I mean, so right now I have 6 dice.
Right.
So
You
I would
split.
be
You
rolling
would split it directly down the middle.
Gotcha.
3 for each action.
Okay. 1 success.
All right. You pick Jinx up. Not well, but passable.
Yep. And the Dex Athletics.
If you're jumping, it's strength athletics. Actually, jumping is strength. Believe it or not.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Fair enough. Can I make a willpower roll to make it a death movement instead?
I don't understand what you mean.
Usually, if you want to change something like in the middle like that, you usually have to spend a willpower point.
I don't think LWoD's ever made that rule
Really?
a thing.
Okay.
So
I don't think they've ever made you use willpower, but
Seriously, what?
to do like a dodge around instead of a leap over.
Okay, I don't play physical characters.
It's okay. If you want to do something dex based, I'd suggest like darting around the person rather than trying to leap over them.
I will try to dart around then.
But he's like a little nimble acrobatic
Can I
toreador.
make a physical person? Stop it, Anthony. This is why it's working. The dice
I mean,
are...
technically, all vampires can be physical. You just got to give them time to pump the blood, and hope they don't frenzy.
What's half of 7?
It'd be rounded down, so it'd be 3.
Okay. Two successes.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna give it to you. You managed to move around the other Sabat guys, who are numerous, and it's at this point that the crowd that doesn't want any part of this is just getting the hell out of the way. So you get into ranks with Craig.
We're leaving now. I got her.
Are we still in initiative?
I'm not staying to fight. I have no glory. What the fuck? I'm out.
Yeah, now as you break through and the crowd parts ways, Rex, you're going to be able to get up there with Lola pretty quick, creating a fairly impressive front at this point of you, Lola, Craig, Adam, and Jinx. And flanking up behind you are the 4 bouncers, and the DJ is on the opposite side of them.
And for what it's worth, when Lola gets up into range, she'll immediately hold her arms out for Jinx.
Catch!
Yep.
I don't know who you are, but hello, hi. This is my dance partner. She got into trouble.
Yep,
Jinx is looking like she's ready to go after Rex and square off to fight, man. She's been like stabbed 3 times. She's like, nah, fuck that. Like properly, like even going like hood shouting and everything. Like, oh, you motherfuckers, you know what I mean?
She can be shouting, but she is being held. No, ma'am.
You got my fucking sweatpants.
Oh my god! Just like it's the idea of Maisie Williams doing this shit that's killing me right now.
I mean, she's probably like hood shouting as well, like Rex is. You know, I'd imagine.
I mean,
Motherfucker, you fucking ganked me, you piece of shit.
There's part of me that thinks Maisie Williams would probably think this shit's funny, but like,
You trying to
It's kinda
fucking
like
stick
what-
me, motherfucker? You know what I mean?
it kind of looks like Lola is holding on to like a Pomeranian that's really upset.
Yeah. I have no intimidation as well, so it actually probably sounds like a fucking Pomeranian, man. Behind this gigantic Rex figure, so yeah, she's just shouting
Oh, yeah.
and screaming. Like,
She's got the jinx, and she is behind the body wall that is Rex.
Yep.
That is the best place to be.
And so because I feel like I really want Rex to be in his element here.
Yeah.
The Sabat guy who just doesn't know any better. The
I completed my night. I'm good. This scene is done. I'm out.
long ass bitch.
I'm gonna scream that
I
now.
cannot.
Catch these hands.
That guy is going to attack Rex, and then Rex, you'll be up for an immediate counterattack.
Beautiful.
here we go again.
Here
we go
again.
Are you
He's gonna give it to him.
I'm sorry?
are you gonna tank that, or are you gonna dodge it?
Hang on. Let me see how many successes. 4 successes. If I dodge, it'll take up my my thing.
Yeah.
Tank.
Don't forget that
Yeah.
your fortitude adds to your passive passive soak.
So
Is
if
that
you're
lethal?
going to spend, this would be the turn to do it.
There's also
Yeah.
that.
Would that that would take up my turn though, wouldn't it? Would take up my counterattack.
Let me just double check, but I don't think that spending to get your fortitude dice is soaked, since we're using the Dark Ages
Dark Ages
rules.
rules. No, I think
Um,
it's reflexive.
I think it's reflexive. I'm gonna double check,
Yeah.
but let me just make sure. But I'm pretty sure that is not going to steal away your boom boom.
Okay.
You will still get the boom boom. Automatically soak her fortitude and damage. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you spend a point of blood.
I'll spend a point of blood for that auto soak.
Okay. How many points do you auto soak?
Just the one, unfortunately.
Well, then you take 3 leaf. You can also roll to soak with your regular stamina against 3 lethal.
Okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Not fucking bad, Rex.
Haircut.
That
And
blade
now it's
hits
time
you,
for-
and it's sort of like if you've ever tried to like stab at something like metal or concrete, and the blade
that
kind of
shark
glances
skin.
off to the side. Yep, it kind of glances off to the side, cuts through your like leather jacket a little bit.
Awesome.
Oh hell
I-
no!
I hate you a little.
So yeah, I'm gonna hit him back because fuck what you heard. This is what you're hearing. On my turn, going to gonna spend all kind of blood today. I'll reflexively blood buff X. Plus 1. Excellent. So brings me up to 12 for the attack. That is 4 successes. That 10 does not explode, unfortunately, but we'll get there. 3, 4, 5. Plus strength, which is currently a 5, so that is 10d10. Only to Jesus fuck!
The Ballad of Robbie continues. He soaks exactly.
Get what you heard. This is what you. Jesus! Fuck! Kieran?
He soaks exactly too. And
That's okay.
This is the point where you see his squad starting to square off with you all. And that's when you see the sea of white skin, a powdered white skin, rather. They just literally... They hit these other Sabat fuckers like a tidal wave of meat and smash them into the ground. The guy that is currently keyed up on you, Rex, will find the DJ behind him with the knife to his neck. And you're going to notice also on the far end of that room, walking towards the center of the dance floor, you're going to see these two individuals. They don't look happy.
Man, Vinny knows what I'm like when I'm about to do something I might regret.
Oh man, me too. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, here
Hey,
it comes.
you know what, Robbie? We ride together, we die together. Bad
die
boys for
together.
life.
Bad boys for life.
What the fuck?
So fucking when these two start making the approach towards this group that's been victimized, that's been set upon, the individual, however stupidly, that walks out to meet them in the middle is fucking Craig. Of all the champions that the world could have, fucking Craig.
Heidi ho, neighboritos.
Craig, just a question. Before we proceed
Yes.
with this artistry that is about to happen,
Uh-huh.
do you have common sense?
Fuck no.
Proceed.
Rex, do.
Rex, roll me your perception empathy.
Yay.
I can tell this is a strong point.
This is gonna be great.
May I
I'm
ask,
about to-
do they look mad at this butt slamming that is happening now, or the fact that this has even been initiated? Like,
I would say that is a roll you can make since you
I
are
would
not an
love
active
to
combatant.
make this
Yep.
roll.
May I
Hey,
also
Jesus,
make
do
this
it.
roll?
Anybody who's not currently faced off, or Craig, may roll it.
I'm just busy mad about
I'm
my.
outside. I'm in my SUV. I'm pulling it around. But, I mean, depends. With some combat, hasn't been a sufficiently long time for me to go, oh, they're probably not coming out.
I'm too mad about my fucking stretch pants, man. Fuck this, y'all. Raggedy ass. Those Jinx are just shouting repeatedly at the fucking guys being pinned. Losing their shit.
Oh, you motherfuckers. I'm putting cases on all of y'all.
You basically
Oh, no.
pulled away by Lola. King Kong ain't got shit on things. You've been pulled up by Lola, probably like an angry Pomeranian.
Oh, she is. She's still, like, tucked.
Okay.
It explains why
Anybody
both of them failed.
Anybody who's got any amount of successes, their anger is not focused on the group of victims. It is, with 2 successes, it is definitely not focused on the bouncers. It is at the chuckle fucks that decided to show their asses tonight. And the only person that gets that second part is Adam.
Are we still in initiative?
We are not in initiative at this point.
Excellent. There's a guy that's been grappled by the DJ. I'm going to bite him.
Rex! Your common sense would tell you that's a bad idea.
It's a
Chris,
really bad
Jesus, you're loud. Stop.
Yes, that was really loud and I heard a lot.
I'm like as shit for everything else, but when I
Yes.
do that, apparently it's really loud.
No,
But you're
you've
really
been loud as
loud.
shit the whole time I've been in here.
Bleh.
Was that a bad idea? You just attacked my homie.
Mass
Basically,
repetition.
you would know from your mortal days that once the staff has dealt with a bar fight, if you engage in it further, that would get the cops called on you. Now, obviously, the cops aren't going to be involved in this, but that is information that you have. That is what your common sense would tell you, and
Okay.
you may play it out however you want.
May I ask another thing? You said these guys are Sabat. Are they actually? Are they vampires?
Yes.
Because at that point, biting them may be a really, really bad idea.
It's an amazing idea. Let everything play out.
I'm just saying, if you get yourself blood bonded to this guy who just punched your bro, that's a terrible idea.
That's fair. No, given the common sense bit, Rex is gonna be like right next to Craig. Then, like full tilt. I will roll intimidation if I must.
Actually, let me have you roll self-control first. I mean, if he's on tilt, let me have you roll that. We'll say standard diff.
What is that roll? Just my my score in self control.
Yeah, just your score in self-control.
May I spend a willpower?
Yes, you are not a Bruja.
I will totally spend a willpower on that. Oh, Discord is lagging. I apologize. And there we go.
Yeah.
2 successes.
You have a deceptive amount of control at the moment. So yes, you roll up on Penelope and Bill here as they are walking up. Craig, now that everything's passed, what did Craig do?
Oh, Craig's just coming to meet them in the middle. He now that things are under control in the favor of his party, he doesn't seem so fussed about life. He's his usual Craigie self.
Howdy hoody them burritos.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not kidding, dude. Like,
It's all come up, Craig.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Craig doesn't even have a weapon in his hand. Said he meets them in the middle. So this was unfortunate.
Penelope has a smirk on her face as you say that, and she'll fold her arms behind her back. Meanwhile, Bill looks like he has a seething hatred in his eye as he's looking at these mongrels who have done him some dishonor, in a sense.
I'm sorry, did these belong to you?
Unfortunately, in a sense, they do.
That's upsetting. You're probably gonna want to police them up, huh?
We're gonna do something.
But not with my people.
Bill will look over at, will kind of look past Rex to where Jinx is.
Man, Jinx is like one of them hood girls, being pulled back, like, oh, no, the
Jinx
fuck.
is like
Fuck that noise.
Jinx
Done
at
that,
this point has given up on the more caring, loving kind of cradling carry. Nah, Jinx at this point is legit tucked under an arm like a sack of potatoes, and there's a hand over her mouth, especially as the other two came up.
Yeah, she's like, you motherfuckers, she's been pulling her hand over her mouth, pointing at the guy trying to stab her, Yeah, pretty much.
On the downside, the real tragedy here is she has blood on Lola's dress. Unfucking thinkable. You see this? This is real velvet. That's never coming out.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Catastrophe.
Nope,
Disaster. Unbelievable.
Goes in the garbage.
Disgraceful.
You know how when someone's mad, especially when someone big is mad, they have their arms out and they're puffed.
Puffed.
He's puffed out his chest.
Lads.
Rex is feeling it. Like I passed that self-control roll, but he is visibly upset.
he's in control, but he doesn't want to be in control.
He's in control,
yeah.
but he wants to look like he's not. Yeah. Believe I'm the craziest guy in the room. Believe it.
Does he kind of have like this urge, like he wants to, like, tap Craig on the shoulder and just whisper, "Hold me back"?
Oh my god.
He's standing close enough that Craig can in the event that
I
he
haven't had a
acts a fool.
legitimate hold my earrings moment since Ben Renshaw's Hunt Right.
Oh, please, somebody quote that.
The first hold my earrings night of the night.
So, Bill just looks at Jinx. Radiant girl, you start this shit?
Once she slaps the hand out of her mouth. No, he went on. I went on dance floor, and they all swarmed me, and he went at me with a knife.
And he'll look back at Craig and Rex. Then my business is not with you tonight.
That sounds agreeable. Does that sound agreeable to you, Rex?
Blood's been spilled.
And it has been. But considering we're on neutral ground, the normal terms of what would go on aren't going to happen. And the Sabbat take care of its own. These meat-headed shitstacks will feel the error of their ways tonight, and possibly in the morning, depending on what they have to say for themselves in front of the bishop.
Rex raises his single finger. You owe me 1 digit from the fuck stick that cut her, and I want it from his dick hand.
He looks at Penelope, who turns to Rex and then looks at Bill, and then she kind of leans over to one side. It's a masturbation joke, Ductus.
Oh my god.
Well, Craig, your phone's gone off.
Yeah. In this moment, Craig's not answering the fucking phone.
Meanwhile, Ratchet talk from Jinx assumes from behind, and this little regags her again, like she's losing her goddamn mind.
Oh yeah, the hand can drop for her to answer important questions, but as soon as that's done and she like does that deep inhale to get a good lungful to start, claps back over her mouth.
I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Bill simply looks at Rex. He'll kind of do that sort of head to the side, like, you right. And he reaches inside the lapel of his jacket and pulls out a meat cleaver. And he grabs a hold of the knife hand of the Sabbat, gripping his fingers around it. And with one swift motion, he cuts the hand off. Blood, sprays out. The canine in question howls out in pain. And Bill tosses it to Rex with the hand still gripping the knife.
If it's all kosher with you, like to say he just catches it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Rex catches it, and with one of those angry frowns, just gives him a nod.
You have the apologies on behalf of the Bowery boys, for their charges did not behave themselves tonight. And he'll take his hat off and sort of give a slight nod to Rex and Jinx.
And Craig looks at Rex and Jinx. Are we copacetic?
Blood's been paid. This is done. Happens again, pay the piper again.
Cool. I'm going to talk to you two after this is all done. You understand? We got shit to talk about now. Bring
Yep.
Lola too. And then he looks back at the two Bowery boys. Bill, as always, you've been very forthright, and I appreciate that. Penelope, it's been a pleasure.
Bill gets a slight sort of sniff, almost as if you're lower than low as far as he's concerned. But Penelope gives you a smile.
Craig smiles back.
And he'll... go ahead.
Does this kind of like... almost like a mockable bow, and then starts stepping away.
Any of you young fucks that work here for the sword, gather up these low-life degenerates before I festoon them around the dance floor. And you guys are free to walk away.
Yeah, Jeffrey kind of looks upon a grisly scene.
Yeah, once Craig gets outside, he'll return that call.
You end up bumping into Jeffrey because Jeffrey re-enters the building because it's been like 20 minutes. So he's like, well, they're probably fine, and they're probably just trying to ignore me. The ungrateful assholes. So yeah, he just ends up re-entering the building. And you bump into him like when you begin to look at the call. Oh, what's that over there? He kind of sniffs like just once. Kind of smells of a bloody.
The smell of settled business. You're kind of supposed to be, I don't know, like fightier.
Aren't you supposed to be very rich and pompous?
Fair enough.
Here's an eyebrow. And as they get outside, the group is a lot, yeah. Lola will finally let Jinx have her feet again, as I imagine she continues squirming.
Yep.
Yeah, she'll let Jinx down. She imagines she wants to go and koala on Rex or what have you, so.
She's pacing, man, examining the fucking knife cut in her fucking stretch pants. And in her t-shirt, like fucking, yeah, she's just like, you know, like,
how am I supposed to dance with these pants now?
Yeah, pretty much.
Especially, is she seriously this mad just about her clothes?
Yeah, Torna, show her the gift. Show her the gift.
I know the gif.
Look at it, Katie.
I know the gif. Oh, Jesus.
They got ripped to shit.
You know what? I was going to say a thing, but now that I look at them again, Lola will not, in fact, offer a promise to replace the pants. She's just not going to. She can't. They burn her soul.
You're on your own. All right. At which point, Craig will catch up. Lola, it's been a while.
He at least gets a... Yeah, he gets a polite nod and a smile. It has. A shame it has to be under these circumstances.
Oh, don't worry. You, me, and these two. We're about to have a come to Jesus meeting. You're going to want to hear some of this.
Oh, I feel like I'm intruding.
A little bit.
Well then, gentlemen, ladies, I will bid you all adieu.
I shall catch you around the block sometime, Mr. Risley. Sorry. Yeah, I mispronounced that. OC.
It's fine.
Risley.
Jinx gave Adam like a grateful smile. Thank you for the dance. Just kind of say awkwardly, you know, the meaning like that was the weirdest.
Kind of blow her a kiss. Like next time, don't like run off without me. It's awful. Rude.
Oh no, no problem. She gave her a smile, like shaking her head.
Adam may well catch a very thankful, like indication, a little nod from Lola.
Smile, wave. The man with the 90s crop top, the glitter, black nail polish, and lipstick will make his way down the block. This was fun.
I wasn't ready.
You so wasn't ready. There'll be more of Adam later.
As these chuckle fucks 4, possibly 5, if Jeffrey hasn't quite made his way away, will hear the sound of... And we'll look over to see a Cadillac Escalade with somebody sitting on it smoking a cigarette.
Who would smoke a cigarette?
Nina.
And with the shit-eating grin, Nina looks at least 4 people that she does know, and if Jeffrey's still there, one person she doesn't.
Nina,
Craig.
watch that whole thing.
Up until the point where the bouncers kind of got involved.
Hey, you missed me doing something stupid. It was a lot of fun.
Did anybody take video?
No, I don't think
Lola,
so.
Jinx, anybody? No? New guy?
Jeffrey simply shakes his head because he doesn't have multiple heads. Not to my taste. He's
Rex,
like the cane over his shoulder.
Rex pulls the knife out of the severed hand and then waves with it.
Well, at least somebody came away with a souvenir.
Yup.
So dark.
Yeah, Jeffrey kind of looks at that like eyes kind of squint, and they kind of like side eye the arm. And then he just like gets out of blood splatter range, where he, just kind of, just moves to the side, So if it's gonna land on anyone, it's gonna land on Craig.
I mean, this isn't exactly Coco and Chanel. The blood can just stand it.
Well, she looks at Rex. Handle yourself pretty well.
Gang will take care of their own.
So I've heard. And then she kind of gestures over to Jeffrey. And who, pray tell, are you?
Jeffrey Harper, pleasure.
She'll hop off of the escalator and reach out a hand. Nina Dennings. Likewise.
Or shake a hand. Is this anyone known to the Camarilla? Or like as in a positive way?
No.
Okay. Okay, possibly an Arc Independent / Sabat. Oh, worst case. You'll have to shower this evening, but Anyway, he's fine.
So it seems wherever any of you all go, there's always excitement.
Really? My last fortnight has been remarkably quiet. Don't know about these 4.
I'm an interesting individual. I'm a fun guy.
Interesting individual who hasn't come to visit me at all since the last time he visited me and said, I'll be back. Not too far from now.
Times have been tough.
Well, I'm sure you've had a sore throat, and she'll pat him on the shoulder.
Am I?
So, Jinx, Rex, Lola. If we
Nina.
perhaps if we could speak in private, I have my dear Jocelyn has an offer for you.
By now, Jinx stopped pacing like an angry fucking bee. We'll look
Is that
over
so?
at Rex.
Yes. If you would like to meet tomorrow evening, either at our place or if you have a place that you would find more amenable.
The shop we visited before?
Yes.
We might not.
Well, then I look forward to seeing all 3 of you, possibly 5. I should kind of point at Jeffrey. Are you with them?
Jeffrey takes a sincere, genuine moment to analyze whether he really should be with them.
Oh, Lola's looking deeply amused and watching him.
It's literal navel gaze. He kind of rests on the cane with he rests an elbow and the cane just navel gazes for a moment.
Jinx folds her arms, stands right beside Rex. I mean, me and Rex are, well, technically, would you look over at Rex with a smirk? Well, you should probably tell him, Rex. You say it better than I could.
Oh, it's such a good setup. I have no clue what you're talking about.
What we just got appointed yesterday.
Oh, hounds.
Oh.
So she'll flare up her nostrils and smirk. You should probably stand with us, Jeffrey. It'll be safer.
Lola's looking even more amused. Still watching.
That I'd be particularly well suited to being a hound. A harpy, maybe. A keeper, delightful. But a hound?
Oh, so you're a social butterfly. And her hand kind of comes out and runs down the lapel of his shirt, or, well, jacket, whatever the hell he's wearing.
I yearn to fly free above the clouds yet. He has an enchanting voice, if that helps.
Well, don't fly too high.
No, he doesn't have an
Icarus.
enchanting voice.
But yeah, she says, don't fly too high, Icarus. And she pats him on the cheek.
I appreciate the wise words, but I fear the boat has already set sail.
Well then. If you are looking to make some money and for a bit of adventure, let me know. And she'll hand out a card.
I prefer to deal in boons, but perhaps.
Well, I'm unaligned, so I don't know how far that'll go within your organization, considering I'm not, technically part of it. Though I do believe your organization pretty much claims membership for everybody, but...
Well, if it's any consolation, I have dealt with independents and with boons in the past. It's not unheard of, at least for myself.
Well then,
It's delightful, Giovanni.
maybe we'll have business, maybe we won't. I always prefer to deal in something a little bit more tangible, but favors are always nice. And she'll look over at Rex and give him a wink.
Upward nod of head.
But considering that things are winding down here and all the excitement's gone out of the room, or at least nothing's going to top that tonight, I'm going to bid you all adieu.
Adieu.
And she goes over to her car, gets in it, and drives off.
Unaligned. So, an Autarchus or an Anarch? He says when she's gone. And he just looks at all of you expecting an answer.
I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually. Jinx will wink. She's like looking at Rex. Can we go?
Yup. I believe there's something we got to talk about with our friend here.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Be seeing you.
Yep, we'll offer Jeffrey a little finger waggle, as it were, rather than the full wave. That's just not nearly obnoxious enough, so.
Finger waggle,
Rex.
chain waggle.
Rex will give Joffrey a nod as well.
You called him Joffrey again.
Well, you spelled it funny. That's what you get.
No, it's fine. Never mind.
Jinx just gave him a smile as she's walking along, probably staying right beside her.
Yeah. Bye, Gangrel pals. And that one went true. Greg?
So shall we all file into that lovely car and be followed by an obnoxious powder blue Prius?
Oh yeah. And you know what? He is gonna listen to Jack and Diane by Tom Petty.
Yes, it's not by Tom Petty.
Shit.
It's by John Cougar Mellencamp.
Doesn't matter.
That sounds made up as fuck. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
That is
I
that man's
believe you.
actual name.
I believe you.
I believe you. It just sounds silly.
I believe that that's a matter we could take into another scene.
Yeah.
Well then, thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, Vaughn, for watching. This has been another scene for Camarilla in the Streets and Sabat in the Sheets. Thank you and good night.